Hi, everybody. It's Marguerite Fair. Welcome back to Laughter Talks. And do I have an exciting guest for you today? Her name is Gina Nemo, and we're waiting for her to come and join us right now on Laughter Talks. There you are. Hi. Can you hear me?
You hear me?
Yes. I love your hat.
Thank you. This is one of my fedoras I've had for over 30 years.
Oh my gosh, Gina, I'm so glad. First of all, let me introduce you, okay? I've got it over
Okay.
because I want everyone to know who this beautiful woman is that I'm speaking with.
Thank you.
Um, Now, Gina Nemo is an executive producer, writer, director, Ventura Actor Studio founder. Currently, she develops global content, producing and directing commercials, TV shows, and pilots, video documentaries for productions and marketing company called G Plan Media.
Yes.
Now, it's funny you're wearing a hat because
Yes.
right before I invited you, I thought, this woman wears a lot of hats.
That's perfect.
So I want everyone to know that I met you not long ago at
Yeah.
Studios because you were having your premiere for Dustslickers.
Yes.
And it's a wonderful, wonderful comedy. I love it. And what I'd like
Thank
you to start off by doing is tell us all about that movie short. What's going on with it
you.
and
Okay.
wonderful
It's actually Dustslicker, and it's right now. So just so you know, I'm a hands-on producer. Like I did everything on the movie, like from like wardrobe
Oh
to
yeah,
everything.
I understand.
And that's what kind of indie filmmaking is. So you
Yes.
gotta like wear a lot of hats. Yeah, so the movie Dustslicker has gotten 6 awards so far. Two in the UK, two in Los Angeles, one in Italy, and one global award. So
Wow.
I am over the moon. Now there is,
Congratulations.
thank
That's
you.
amazing, Gina.
Yeah, and there's interest from some investors. So I'm working actually on the feature script of the short. So and they also have distributors. So obviously it looks good, But I've been in so many deals in Hollywood. I'm always like, let's wait until it happens.
Oh,
I I've had so much experience with pitching at studios, a bunch of stuff in the past, and you just never know.
well, it's an amazing movie and it's so
Thank
funny. And there aren't that many good comedies around. I think you got this one.
Thank you. It's so funny when we were watching the other movies at the screening, everything was so serious, and I noticed that a lot of films that have been winning have all had to do with, the Me Too movement, um, you know, uh, kind of like your movie, with, the whole uh,
Racism and
racism, all this type of stuff. And I was like, wow, I just don't know if my timing's right.
I think it's perfect because that's what everybody needs.
Yeah. So, right now, what I'm doing with the feature, you saw that was supposed to be like before they shoot the movie. So what I'm doing is I'm coming in like as if all of them stop making the film because you saw what happened. They all stop making the film. Time goes by, and now another producer wants to come in and make the feature, and he has to find them all. So that's how I'm starting it. So
Cool.
yeah, so I just started writing it, and I've already written the synopsis, and I think I'm on like page 20 right now.
Very good.
Yeah, so I'm just
See,
working
this what's going on right now is not really a punishment for writers because we just keep on working.
writing. Yeah, and I did my first book actually. I mean, I've been published as, believe it or not, a poet for many, many years. I've been published in anthologies in India, Canada, Ireland. I released 6 poetry books. A lot of people don't know that, but I wrote my first book actually to help actors, and it's called Quick Start to Acting in Hollywood, Your Intro to TV and Film.
You
And
have a copy of it?
yeah, I'll
Yeah.
send you. I'll send you
Well,
copy.
hold it up for us. Let us
Oh
see.
yeah, I only have the proof copy. I only have the
Oh,
proof.
that's nice. I like that
Thank
cover.
you. Acting in Hollywood, Gina Nemo.
Yes,
Now I made it for less than 50 pages because of people's attention spans.
exactly. Where can people get that?
They can get that on Amazon right now. It's available as a Kindle right now, and I just have to clear the paperback,
Okay,
which is coming soon.
good to
Uh,
know.
Yeah, and it's going to be in a actors newsletter that's going out to 50,000 actors. That's coming up in a week or so. And why I wrote it was for people who I didn't write it for people who have a lot of training and have done a million classes. That's not what it's for. It's for people who've always been scared. They wanted to do it and they have all these questions, because I realize that a lot of people get scared. They don't know what to do. They ask the questions, then they get freaked out, and then they give up. And I didn't want people to give up, because I've actually changed a lot of people's lives. I mean, you saw some of those boys in my film.
Yeah, tell us about the actor studio, your studio. That's where your acting class. You
Yeah.
found them all. Tell us about what you're doing.
Okay. So I launched, I live in Ojai, California, which is up in the valley, which I absolutely love. I've been here for a very long time. And I had friends come to me and they're like, we don't want to go to LA anymore. We just don't want to do it.
I can't blame them.
Yeah, yeah. And they're like, can you like do something here for my kids? Can you do this? Can you do? I was like, I'm here raising my kids. I'm gonna do it, and I started kind of like just doing it for fun. I was like, honestly, like I did it for fun. My daughter was interested. I think I had a couple people in the beginning, and then all of a sudden, this is one of those things that you don't see coming. I mean, I've always been a creative soul. I've launched so many careers in so many different areas because, I've recorded a lot of albums. I've launched a lot of music talent. People in entertainment, I've launched talent, actors I've given breaks to, because I think a lot of people don't give breaks. I think
That's true.
a lot of people, and I grew up in LA, don't forget, I grew up originally in Hollywood and the Palisades. So
Oh, wow.
I've had I've seen both sides very clearly. And I grew up with a lot of, well-known producers like J.J. Abrams was in my acting class. I mean, Nina Jacobson, who produced Crazy Rich Asians. I grew up with these kids. And it was a very different world, Hollywood and the Palisades, very different.
Of course, yeah.
And, and I saw a lot of kids get breaks and a lot of people who didn't get breaks, growing up. And I thought, hey, you know what? I just don't think it's kind of fair and I think it's what it is people are just scared to help people because they think that if they help people, they're going to lose their power. And that's what I've learned. And it's not true at all. I mean, the more energy
it's the opposite.
It's the opposite, and so I decided, I'm going to keep going with this. It just started out with one class, Monday nights. It was just awesome. All of a sudden, boom, 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 boom. I think I was up to, when this thing went down, I was up to 5 classes. And we're making films. I've got a well-known director coming to make a film in July, Robert Kubelos. He's going to be directing a film in July.
So will everything be open by then, or is it?
I'm hoping so. What I've done is I've just booked all the locations ahead of time, and then I keep pushing it forward if we have to.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, because I mean, I need to kind of have some sort of solid space, and then and as soon as I know, okay, well, let's just push it a month. Yeah.
So this will be the feature? This will be the feature?
No, this is just going to be a short film I wrote just for students, film students.
Okay. But, I love that. I love the student films. They're amazing.
Yeah. So
you have so many handsome young men around you in those classes. I'm a little jealous.
I say, oh my God, they're all gorgeous. So I'll tell you what happened. So I opened up the school. Now it's an acting and film school. So because there's a professional director coming in as the guest director, it isn't going to be student. It's not going to be like a student film. It's going to look pretty good. And I'm producing it. So it'll be like probably entered in festivals and stuff. Mm-hmm. And I wrote it, and it is a more serious film. So, but getting back to like the kids and starting careers. So I started putting it out there. All of a sudden these great kids, Ojai, Ventura, Camarillo, Westlake. I mean, I've had kids from Oxnard, Santa Barbara, everywhere, start showing up, and they're like, I want to act. And I'm like, so have you done anything before? No. I'm like, okay, well, let's get you started, and I'm serious. Like I've gotten people started in the industry, in probably by 3 to 6 months, I can get people working.
Wow.
And I also have techniques that teach people who have never acted before to actually be good actors in a short.
So this is for adults and younger people?
Well, I do kind of periodically do kids stuff and teen stuff. I'm mostly doing adults right now. I did do kids for a long time, but it was kind of hard because, they're at an age where they don't know what they want. You just kind of want to go. Yeah, so I have a teen class right now. So what happened when this whole thing went down in April? I have a huge studio too. Like we have green screen there, we have everything. And we were in the middle of, we're shooting a comedy show right now. And I'll tell you that we've been shooting that on Zoom, so it's called the Superhero Cooking School. And it's on YouTube, and the
I
Zoom,
was watching some of it. That's so funny. I love it.
they're just silly, I'm keeping the boys busy, and we did the Zoom one, and it got a lot of press because we did the Zoom episode. So that was awesome. And yeah, so a lot of these kids came to me with no acting at all. They're like, I've always wanted to do it. I just didn't know how to start. And I think because I had that open door for people to come in, they feel so comfortable, and I've been able to really change people's lives. And
Well, just, having met you that time, I can see why they would be. You're so warm and
oh,
open.
thank
And I
you.
mean, I met you and I felt like I ran into an old friend. You're just a very
Oh,
wonderful, warm
thank
person.
you. Thank you. And you are too. We both have that kind of loving, hey, what's up? Come
Yeah,
on.
I think it's that mother's energy. And your daughter, Belle, is just so talented and
Oh,
so
thank
beautiful.
you.
It
Oh,
was a
thank you.
pleasure meeting her. And she's in
Yeah,
the movie too.
she has
Yeah.
done so well. I mean, this year was kind of bittersweet because we started out the year with like winning this award where I met you, and we won this award, and then all of a sudden it was like Belle won like the Irish Belle. She was supposed to be in this big parade, all done.
Wow.
Oh yeah, then she won. Won an award for like poetry out loud. Then she won, speech award. It's all different levels.
The
And
apple don't fall far from the tree, Mama.
and she had done some TV and stuff before, and some commercials. She had already had some stuff. And we both, I mean, I gotta say, we're both having a great year when this thing hit down.
Yeah.
And someone close to me, I said, it's a real bummer because like this year just started out amazing. She's graduating this year, and she's going to be like in the, it's history right now, right? She can't
Amazing.
graduate. This
Well,
is this
it's
is an
been very
historic moment.
inspirational because I had looked at your Facebook page and I noticed you had taken a snapshot of the Zoom classes. And I
Yes.
saw the people in the classes and I said, that's amazing. And I
Yeah.
got stimulated to do my shows Zoom because of
Awesome.
seeing that.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, it was a little bit of a learning curve. I got really stressed in April because all these people were getting hit, and I felt bad. It's like, what do? You want to help people, and I did help a lot of my students to keep them on. But it was difficult. I was a little bit panicked. I'm like, oh God, I can't use my studio. I think we were doing camera classes. I do a lot of, that's the thing that everybody wants. That's like, I have a waiting list for camera classes because I get them ready really quickly. So it's like, they can go on audition after they work with me for a month, it's like, boom. So, I was one of the last people standing as far as like having just a 6-person camera class. And I had everyone spread out because the studio is pretty big.
Wow.
So I was kind of like, okay. And I think what happened, it was like the Thursday before my birthday. My birthday was March 22nd. We were in my class and I saw everybody looking at their phone and they're like, uh-oh, it was another order. It was one of the orders, stay in orders or whatever. And I'm like, oh, right, okay, well, I knew that I had to close shop. It was like, oh, everybody's doing is the right thing to do.
Yeah.
So then I said, okay, I'm a survivor, I'm going to like make this work. And I don't want to let my guys down. And I'm going to keep this going, however I have to do it.
Yeah.
And so what I've done is I've kept my master class, which is my main group. A lot of those guys were in the movie. I've kept that class going online. I've got 2 camera classes on Thursday. I have a teenage class and I have an adult class at night in case people want to pop in.
How long do the classes last? How long is a class?
Well, right now on Zoom, usually the classes in person go for 2 hours. Right now we go about an hour and a half to 2 hours. So I keep the class going. It's a different type of thing. And then like on Thursdays and Fridays earlier, I have loads of private lessons, and Fridays I have all kids. Now these are all kids that are younger,
Yeah.
12, 14, 13, some kids, a couple of them are professionals. Some are just trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm doing a lot of privates. I also do a lot of privates with my students when they're getting, now, believe it or not, auditions are still happening. I mean, I've got a couple of my boys are up for a couple films. They've
Yeah,
already
I've seen that.
contracts.
They're having people self-tape and sending in the auditions and
Yeah,
everything.
they're
Yeah.
signing contracts. They signed NDAs.
Now, Gina, I wanted to ask you if people want to get in touch with you about signing up for one of your classes, what's the best way for
Well, they
them
can
to get?
Yeah, they could just go to Ventura Actor Studio. It's Ventura
Okay.
Actor Studio, Gina Nemo, and then they could find out the information on there. It's easier than just saying it here because I've
Yeah.
done.
Well, that's good because I'm going to put that link up. And also, I love your website. And
Thank
is it
you.
okay to put that up? It's
Of course.
ginanemo.com
Yeah, well,
because
I think the best thing if people want to get into acting, I just launched a new with my book. I've launched a new website called Nemo Files. So it's
nemofiles.com.
yes.
We'll put that up too.
Right. Now that is where you can buy my book and you can also sign up for private coaching. Okay.
Okay.
And I have a coaching package there. And if you want to go to Ventura Actor Studio, then you can maybe join one of my Zoom classes and stuff like that.
Well, that's amazing. I
Yeah.
stay safe,
Yeah,
stay
you too.
healthy, and we'll get back together for when everything opens up and you have
Sounds
your next
great.
project.
Sounds great.
Okay.
I think Carlos just texted me.
Oh, tell him I said hi.
I
That's our
will.
editor, everybody, Carlos. I saw him the other day. We had a meeting.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
Okay. You
All right. I'll
have
see
a
you later.
good rest of your day, Gina.
You
Take
too.
care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Well, everybody, that's it. Wasn't Gina a great guest? I certainly enjoyed her, and I know you did too. So we have all that contact information for you if you'd like to get in touch with her. She's a wonderful person, and she does wear a lot of different hats. So make sure you check her out. Now, everybody, make sure that you subscribe to Laughter Talks because we want to keep bringing you new and different shows every week. And remember, this is Marguerite Fair signing off saying, stay healthy, stay safe, and support your immune system. Have a great day. Bye, everyone.